Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, hi, Kelly. Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Hi, Namita. All righty, let's give a little stretch. Ah, long day.
Yes.
Give it a few minutes for everyone to join. Kim said she can join today because she's in the middle of traveling. So I was like, all right, I'll send my Zoom and then we all can join. I promise I'm going to try and keep this to half an hour because I know we have follow-ups and probably conversations going on for MBF. So I don't want to keep you guys here too long. How's everyone's launch been? Has it been good? Getting good interest? Yeah, that's great. Good, good, good. I like that. Hey, everyone joining. Hey, ladies. Thanks for joining. I see some new faces. I've never met you, Dina. Hi, Dina. Liz. I don't know if I've met you, Liz. Hi, Liz. New faces. I like that. Wonderful. All right. It is 8:01. I'll give it another minute and then we can get started because I am recording this and I can post it later in the group for everyone. So I'll introduce myself for the newbies. I'm Preeti Gandhi. I have been a coach on Fitspire for close to 4.5 years. Yeah, so I've been learning a lot of self-learning on how to build this business. And I think my goal every year is like, how can I improve this? How can I make it automated so I don't have to depend on just some basic day-to-day things? Like, when your group is smaller, it's easier to manage it. But as it starts growing, I keep looking for tools on how do I automate this, do a better job, and share it with everyone. So last week I started playing around with Trello. And this morning I learned about Flodesk. I had heard of Flodesk just to send emails for marketing messages, but I learned something else this morning. So I'm not 100% ready, but I had to share it with you because I'm really excited and I think it can change your business. So start thinking of your business like you have 5,000 customers and hundreds of coaches. How would you manage it? That's literally how I think. Even though I don't have that big a team, I'm not even like 100 coaches or anything, but I want to start thinking like that, start developing, processes that makes it easy for me and eventually easier for my coaches. So we can just cut, copy, paste, why reinvent the wheel? So that's my thinking when I am looking to simplify this business. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you all. Share my screen. Here we go. So first thing I want to show you is Flodesk. Flodesk is a marketing tool. If you've heard of like MailChimp and all, Flodesk is another tool where you can create like marketing messages and send it to your customers. It looks very pretty other than just sending just a text message. And there's so many forms and templates you can build and send it out. So my goal this year was to start sending, like a newsletter to people who have given me their email or my customers. So I can just download my customer list off the back office. You can download it as a CSV file, which is an Excel spreadsheet. You can download it and literally upload the file into this and send emails out to your people. So I have been horrible in the way I manage people who reach out to me. I literally do pen and paper, which is awful. I'll have lists and lists. Sometimes I'll do spreadsheet, but never anything consistent. So I was like, I need to find a process that's consistent and that I can work off. So this is how I do it. First thing I do is I create an audience. So your audience is basically who are these people you're going to reach out to. So my existing customer list, I just look at my existing customer list. These are all the people I got from my back office. So it includes people I signed up or my free customers that I got through Beachbody. and I just load that list through here. Like literally, I went in my back office. You can download your customer file, and then all you do is, let me show you here. You can do add new, upload a CSV. You can look for your CSV file if you have any, and literally download it. I don't have my file here, but you can just pick it up and it'll upload it for you. It is very, very simple to play around with this. So I created one segment, which I call is my existing customer. So if I want to let them know about new programs coming up, like next week we're going to have Bevy launch, or next to next week, I want to start sending them some form of marketing email that will give them, you know, awareness that this is coming and they can buy this through me. Another segment I created was, hey, anybody who's interested, like my potential, where is it? Down here. Oops, not here. So anyone who's interested in, say, MBF, right? Anybody interested in MBF? I just created this new list just to show you guys. I will just start adding them. I can do add new, add individual. All I do is add their email, first name, last name, and save it. And it'll add this to the list. So if I want to send a specific email to people who have inquired about MBF, or I want to send them a sample email, I can just create this list. And then the email I want to send them, I just have to say, this list of people need to get this email, and I can send it to them, and I'll show you how. Hey, if you're not talking, could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Perfect. All right, so that's how you start creating segments. Let me just, so I have like potential customers. In the past, if I run free groups, I do try and collect their email addresses, so I'll add it here. So I just created these segments first to play around and see which customers I want to target, what kind of emails. All right, so this is what I do. Now, let me take you to my emails. So these are the emails I played around with, and this is what I sent. So like July 1st, I sent this to 36 customers. I want to show you what I sent and how easy it is. So this is what I sent them. I said, hey, so excited for you. And I send them a graphic of MBF, muscle burn fat. And I simply put this quick email and I send them a link to go and check out the workout. So if they were to click on that link, it's going to take them to Beachbody On Demand. They can check out the workout here, try the workout, and my coach ID is attached to them now. So if they were ever to even accidentally go and purchase the program without me knowing, I get credit for it. So, you know, these are like ways where you can actually start getting people to sign up without even you knowing. So, you know, once you get their email, you can do so much with them. So if I'll show you this email again, right? I created this email, send them the link. You can add buttons, reply to. So what that link does is I just said, hey, mail to my email ID, question mark, and the subject is about fitness program, or it could say about MBF, whatever you want to say. You can easily put these commands in. And when they click on it, guess what? It sends me an email. That's how it works. So you're literally linking the customer to your email address. I also like linked my Instagram here so they can see my latest Instagram post over here. So if they clicked on this, it takes them to my Instagram account. And then guess what? They might start following me. So these are ways to engage your customer if you start sending emails versus, hey, on the messenger, if you send them something, you'll forget who you messaged it to. But this way you can track who received your email, how many of them actually clicked. So I can show you that as well. So this was the first email I sent, right, to like the first 36 people. I saw like 3 people clicked on it, 28 open, only 3 people clicked on it. So only 3 of them actually checked the workouts. The rest just opened it 28 opened, 36%. So you kind of know, even if you sent them that email, it doesn't mean that they did check it out. So what you can do here is you can actually resend them this email. So the cool thing about Flodesk is you can, there's a way to send it. Actions. You can view in browser, share. No, I don't want to share this. Oh, I can share the campaign with somebody if somebody wants to copy it. There was a resend option. Oh, you can resend it. You can resend it to 8 people who did not open it, and you can try and do it, and you have the emails of the people who did not open it. So there you go. It's kind of cool. I love the options that it provides. So play around with this. You can just enter your email address or maybe create another email address and play around with these features because it's pretty cool, features it has. So like on Monday, I sent this quick and easy email to, let me show you in the browser what it looks like. I send this to everyone on my list. So my new customer, my existing customers, I send them like, hey, I'm excited. MBF launches tomorrow. So this is on Monday. I send them the sample workout. You can insert the link in here. How do I start? If they clicked on how do I start, it opens email. And guess what? They just basically can email me if they're logged in. If MBF is not for them, I give them the option for Bear Blend, and I kind of outline what Bear Blend is. And they're like, okay, I want Bear Blend. If that clicked it would send me an email with the subject saying Bear Blend. Simple. And then I just shared a picture of me saying, hey, you are worth the investment. Simple, quick and easy marketing. Ready to start again will send me an email if they clicked on it. And here I just showed linked up to my Instagram. And I said, let's stay connected. So yeah, I think you can, you're not going to get a large number of people coming from this, but this is a great way to stay in touch and kind of show like, hey, you're professional, you have your shit together. That's the way I look at it when you start sending emails to people. They're like, oh, wow, this is so pretty, right? You basically create more awareness and you're like literally in their face. Yes, they can unsubscribe to you, but sometimes they want to get this. Maybe every Sunday you can do like, hey, I'm going to share a recipe. So maybe every Sunday they look forward to hearing from you a recipe. If you're like subscribed to like Mompreneur or something where they give you meal plans, maybe you can set this up to send them an email every Sunday, and you can set it up in advance and send it. So you don't even have to do this on a daily basis. You can create your drafts of emails and send it. And creating an email is super duper easy, guys. It's not complicated. If you go to emails, you create email. I'm just going to show you. There are so many templates here that you can pick and choose and create it for yourself. So spend an hour or two this weekend playing around with Flodesk just so that you get familiar. But there's so many different templates you can use. And I literally just picked a template that I wanted to do, and I keep my information limited and focused. I don't waste too much time on putting too much information because people don't want to read a lot of information. They just want like a little bit. So my emails have been focused MBF, and then that's it. I'm not like sharing, oh, here's a tip or here's a recipe. None of that, because nobody really wants to hear that at this point. The other feature of Flodesk, which I just learned today, which is amazing, is you can actually create workflows. So workflows is, I just started playing around with this. You create a workflow. You can call this like your MBF interest. So I'm going to create this, which sends people this email, right? Saying that, hey, people who said, hey, send me the sample workout. I'm going to send them the sample workout. And then what I'll do is I've created a time delay that says wait for 2 days. So after 2 days, I will send them automatically. This flow will send them another email. All right. Again, I haven't put any information in this, but I just want to give you an idea. In 2 days, again, an email will automatically go out to check in with them like, hey, did you try the workout? Not a big deal. That's why accountability and having a support group is so important. And then you can say, you want to find out more about MBF? Maybe you can give them a little more information like about the nutrition plan or whatever, and provide a link to contact you. Because in the previous email, you already sent them a sample. Next email should be about contacting you or reaching out to you. Again, after that, you can create another flow which says, hey, maybe you want to wait 2 more days. You can change this timing. It's so simple. You can change the timing and put in maybe 2 days and say, hey, I'm just following up because my group is filling. You can create another email saying, hey, my group's filling up and I wanted to make sure if I should save a spot for you for MBF. Now is the time. Let's sign up because I start, maybe you can put a date out there, July 27th. Let me know if you're in or not. And then provide a link to email you back or to get in touch with you. If they don't respond, means they're not interested. Don't waste your time. But if you want to put another layer to this, you can absolutely do it, another email, or you can say, that's it, that is the flow of events that I want it to happen. So guess what? You're not actually remembering to email that person and check, like, did they review it? Did they do this? You are kind of sending them reminders through this workflow that go and do this. Now imagine if you set up a workflow for your customers, any new customer who comes in, set up a workflow like this, like a welcome email. Tell them what they need to know. You can set up an email or attach a PDF file or a link to Google Drive where you have, like, you know, all your new customer information that they need to be aware of. Send them there. Then the next step could be like, hey, did you review the meal plan? Or you could send them their first meal plan through workflow after maybe like 2 or 3 days. So you can set up steps this way for your new customers. So you're not like, you don't have to do a lot of like one-on-one with them. They're automatically plugged into this flow and they can get these emails. And the way you get into this flow is you create that segment, which I showed you, like new customer segment, and it should trigger like any new customer who gets added to this segment, this flow will trigger it for them. All right. And guys, it's going to make more sense when you play around with it. It's just going to make so much more sense. But this was like a big aha moment for me. It was like, wow, this is awesome, because today I physically have to go and send them an email from Yahoo and it's not pretty. And I was like, this is such a cool process. If I have it set in place, they'll automatically start getting emails. If all I have to do is throw in their email and the workflow will take care of it for me. Highly recommend this even for your new coaches, especially new coaches. When they join you, I want a workflow set up for them where I don't have to message them, but tell them, hey, welcome to Beachbody. This is what, like, maybe the first step is like, make sure you check your coach office, make sure you fill out your coach profile. Hey, you receive 3 codes when you sign up as a coach. You might want to invite 3 of your friends and offer them that discount. That can be something basic. Then 2 or 3 days later, you can send them an email about Success Club, Volume, and Emerald. That can be their second email. So you're giving them step-by-step information on what they need to do in order to be a successful coach. You can create a YouTube video about what a new coach needs to do when they onboard. And you can attach that video link, YouTube link into this email and send it to them. So guess what? You're not reinventing the wheel. You're not like having calls and calls talking about the same thing, where if they reach out to you and ask you about that information, you can say, hey, in email 2, I sent you that. Or in email 3, that information was sent. Please go and look at it. So you have a process set in place and it will work. Again, when you have this set up so easy, you can actually share these workflows with other people. And so you can share this with your coaches, and your coaches can literally take this and run with it. So they don't have to reinvent the wheel, because everybody has a different style of doing it, right? So I'm going to pause because I talked and talked for so long. But I want to answer any questions you have for Flodesk before I go to Trello, which is the next tool. Anyone has any questions? No questions? Okay.
I do. I have a
Yes.
question. So when you put in your emails, as long as you have like your first and last name in there of everybody, it automatically will put in the name, like hello, whoever.
Yep, you can absolutely do that. So for example, over here, let me show you this. I can open it. Edit. If I edit, It is so simple. You can just go here. And if you see here, I have subscriber
Okay.
need. All it does is you click on that block and look at it over here, fields. It tells you, hey, do you want to put subscriber's name there? First name, I had clicked first name, and then I had entered a backup value as friend. So if say for some reason I just entered an email and I didn't put first last name, it'll at least say friend, if not the first name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would highly recommend, this is like a 15-minute guide on what I found on Flodesk. Go on YouTube and YouTube this, guys. You will find so much more details on how people will walk you through this. But this is so easy. Like once I started playing around with it, it's not that, again, this is someone who's played with like MailChimp, and MailChimp was complicated. It would take me an hour to set up an email in MailChimp. I'm going to give you that. This one took me less than 10 minutes to put it together. So that's the level of simplicity this has. Again, what I do is when I put this email together, you can send yourself like a test email. So like you see here, you can say test email, and then I can just put my email address and send it to me to test it out. That does this really work? Do the links work? Is it right? Because over here it might look right, but I don't know if the person who receives it got it or not. So I will send myself an email just to see how it would look to a person. And you can go. And the cool thing about here is it'll show you how it looks in the mobile, like on your phone, you know. So like, do you really want to put that much text? I don't know. Or how it look on a laptop. This is what it look. So it kind of gives you a visual idea how to play around with this. But I would say keep it simple. People get attracted to graphics. Very little do they read content. Very little. So keep it simple, keep it graphics, keep it like bullet points. That's what they like to read when you're sending information. But this is something that I'm doing. I think what I would benefit from is the workflow and kind of creating segments, which helps me manage now, like, hey, who are my new people or people who are interested? And, you know, what is the workflow I want to follow? Like, what's the next step I want to give them, right? I send them the workout. Did they try it out? Like today I was messaging people. I'm like, did you try it out? And they're like, no, not yet. So I've sent the links to people since Sunday, but not everyone has checked it out. So then I'm like, okay, what are your goals? Like, you know, that's why you have someone like me who's going to be on your back to make sure you're getting stuff done. So that's how the conversation starts. All right. Okay. I want to show you the next thing. How do you manage your contacts? All right. So how do you manage? So I know people have talked about Google Streak, and I found Google Streak painful. So Trello was the other thing. The other new tool actually I found out after Trello was, what was it? ClickUp. ClickUp is like the other thing which is similar to Trello. So you can literally use any of these tools. And I came across Trello because I subscribe to Mompreneur, which is like a service that provides you like monthly posts for your group, for your challenge group, so that you don't have to come up with ideas, gives you graphics, gives you really cool tools. Like, so they are using Trello to manage like MBF launch. So they gave us that. And I was like, this is pretty cool what they did, although I didn't follow it to a T. I'm just in my own world. But I was like, hey, how can we use this to help my business? So let me show you something simple on how you can manage your customers. So let me show you this customer journey. That's what I call it. Customer journey, right? We're taking our conversation through a journey. So the first thing is, all right, just put in Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner. Let's go with that. So people who have invited, people you've invited, put their name here. If you have their email, did you get their email? That's the first thing I like to do is like, hey, can you send me your email so I can send you any future detailed information? Get their email, and then you can document it here. Write it down. So you have their email. Email is gold. Then I like to know what their goals are. If they have responded back to me, I like to know what their goals are. I'll document it. Say, for example, I'll say, lose weight, right? Or whatever, or postpartum. You know, I'll write that down. Cool, I collected that. Then nutrition info. I want to know what they're eating, so I'll document that. Then, so as I'm doing that, I'll be like, all right, I had all that information. I'll start check marking it. Like, all right, I did all that, right? Because sometimes you're sitting there and I'm tired. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? But if you have a checklist, it's easier for you to go through what you need to do in terms of a conversation. All right. Say I have all that information. I send them the info. All right. Kim is sitting now in my info sent. Over here, I'll be like, all right, what recommendation did I send her? Did I say Bear Blend, 21-day fix, just nutrition, MBF? Because you need to have that conversation to know what recommendation you gave them. All right, I gave her the recommendation. So I finished that. I follow up. If I haven't heard back from her, maybe she is ready to sign up. I say, all right, I sent her the price. This is where she is on my journey. I shared the price with her. Now, did she get back to me? Like, yes, this is what I want. You might want to document what she wants in terms of Shakeology or supplements or something. Write that in your notes. And then link sent. If you sent her the link, move her here. So you know where in the journey or in the conversation that person is. Yes, it requires work, but if you think about it, if you're having like 5 to 10 conversations a day, it's easy to start tracking them here, right? Say you send them the link, they enroll. All right, awesome, they enrolled. Now, what did they enroll in? Did they enroll in MBF? Say I created a new type, MBF, because these are all my new MBF people. I'll put her here. No, she's interested maybe in something else. Maybe she's not the MBF kind. She's going to do Bear Blend. So then I'll put her Bear Blend and I'll document for myself what program she signed up for. If Kim never got back to me, say the link was sitting there, she got lost, I followed up, no response, then at some point at end of the month, I will just put her in the closed or lost, like she never got back to me, right? How many of us get that? I get that a lot. So I'm going to say that. So it's so simple if you logically think about it, but we usually forget, like follow-ups is where I struggle because I lose track of people. I just lose track because I like to give people 24 hours to 48 hours before I get back to them again or check in with them. That's what I do. And I usually tell them, all right, take your time. I'll get back to you in 24 hours or in 2 days. Like I'll give them a timeline so they know that I'm going to follow up with them. So if I knew that I had a conversation with, say, Kim, and she's sitting in my follow-up, I know I have to go and check up on her eventually versus getting lost in email where she is. And it's so easy, guys. You don't have to do this checklist all the time. All I did was you go here and I said copy. You can copy the same card. You can change this name and say, all right, ABC, XYZ, and put another card. So what that does is, if I was to go and look at this person, all right, we have 10 minutes. Wait a minute. I have the same checklist created here. So I'm not reinventing the wheel. It's pretty simple to do this. Create your checklist and you go about doing that. What I can also do is I can invite other coaches to this or anyone else who I need to manage. Say, for example, in the future, you hire an assistant or someone. You can put your assistant here. Maybe your assistant can look where your contact is and she can help you, invite them with this link and she can help you do the follow-ups just to check in. And if that person is ready to sign up, maybe your assistant can help you send the link out. So she'll move that card to the link sent. So you don't have to do that, but someone else is helping you do that. So guess what? You've created a process that not only you can run it, someone else can help you run it too. It could even be your teenage kid who's just helping you out with your business. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I wouldn't give it to my kids though. Don't trust them with this. But you can actually create this, and I think you can also share this board. I have to figure that out. But you can share this board with other coaches so that they have this pipeline created. I just want to figure out, like, how do I not share my contacts with them, because not everyone needs to know who I'm having conversations with, right? You just want to give them a clean line, or you can just give them a template of this and somebody can pick it and run with it. So that's how you can organize your contacts and make sure it's clean. No spreadsheets, nothing. It's so simple and visually easy to identify where your customer is. So that is like customer journey. Another thing I wanted to show you is creating an editorial calendar. So this is something I wanted to do for my team. I started working on it. I need to still complete it and share it, but I started working on it like 2 weeks ago. And what I did was, like, I want to put like week title and talk about what are the things happening this week. So for example, this week was like MBF sample workout available, right? That was the date it was available. So everybody should know about it. July planning. Every month, I want me to do this, and I want my coaches to start doing this. Plan their posts out for the month. What PD are they committing to? What is your challenge group start date? And then I said recommend second or third week of the month. Then when are your coach recruiting calls? It's important. If you're not recruiting coaches, you can't grow this business. Are you talking about coaching? Identify potential coaches on your team. Beginning of the month, end of the month, I want to see who my runners or the people who are committed to programs are, and I want to start having conversations with them and keep giving them this coach opportunity, because beginning of the month, if they sign up beginning of the month, they have the whole month to hit Success Club 6. That's how I think. And I want them to find their 3 people. And I tell them, if you sign up as a coach, you get 3 discounts. Boom, find 3 people, they get $10 off, and you find success. So start thinking like that ahead. I'm always thinking the weekend before the month starts, how am I going to plan? Like, these are my basic things that I'm thinking. And then my day-to-day, like Sundays, what do we do? I meal prep, meal plan. I want to share that. Do my invites. I do just 2 or 3 days of invites, guys. I don't invite every day. I'm going to put it out there. I don't have the time. So I do like 3 days invites and then 3 days conversations, or even 2 to 3 days. Yeah. So I put that out there. Check in on your clients. Number one thing you have to do daily, have an outline for your posts for the week. What are your posts going to be for the week? Like, you should have an idea what you're going to post every day. Some idea. Like, either Tuesday is your transformation, Wednesday is like recipes for me, Thursdays can be about coaching. Have that documented. And then Sunday nights, I say post a story about your journey or about coaching, a compelling story, morning or nighttime. That's when people are chilled on Sundays and they're going to read it. So those are the type of activities I want people to do and say, all right, I did that, I did that, I did that. So they're not sitting and thinking like, what am I supposed to do? Where do I start today? I want to give that to my coaches, and I want it for myself. So similarly, Monday, what do you do? Monday morning, do your PD, workout Shakeology, product of the product. Check your back office every Monday morning. Post your Monday motivation. Invite, connect, follow up, grow your social media list. So these are like checklists. Like, literally, whatever we do in our power hour, I put that over here so that anybody who has this card, and if I start sharing it with my coaches, they all will be assigned to it. They need to start going through their checklist and doing this daily. That's how they're going to grow. All right. So it just makes it easy for you or for anyone else to have a plan every day what to do. Yes, I can share with this power hour, but if I have something to check off every day, it's more satisfying than actually going through a power hour sheet. For me, I am very much of a list person. If you look at me, I have sticky notes every freaking where. So that's how I work. So all you do is you can copy this. Again, you can copy these cards and move it over. So for example, if I did a Sunday card there, I can simply say copy and which list. I'm going to move it to July, and I'm just going to create a Monday thing. Simple. is simple, guys. It's not that complicated. Let me move this here. Again, I can copy the list, create another one, and say July 19th through, I don't know, 24th. And it just did that for me. You see, just keep copying. Like once you create your one list, you just carry it forward, and it is not that difficult. So we have 3 minutes left. I know I spoke a lot, but again, over here, you can invite your coaches to this board so that they can participate and they have a list. And you can assign tasks to people as well. It's not that, so you can add members. Say if I had my team members here, I can just add them to this and they'll have similar tasks populated for them. So with that said, I'm gonna stop sharing. I know this is a ton of information that I shared today, but you know, I just wanted to get you guys kind of thinking along those lines that when you organize your business, it just makes it so much easier to manage it. Same way you can create boards for your coaches on where they are on the journey. Who is, if someone's a diamond, what's the next step I have to guide them with? If someone is a success starter, what is the next thing I need to check in with them on? So if you start having tasks and structure in place, it's going to make your life easy and you won't miss anything. Hopefully you won't miss anything. That's what this is all about. Questions? Even though we have 2 minutes, I'll be more than happy to answer it later again. But let me know.
Preeti, I had a couple questions.
Yeah.
So what's the thing you said you subscribe to get content for your groups?
It's called Mompreneur. I'll post it in the group. I'll share
thanks.
that. Yeah. And it's you can get a yearly membership, you can get a monthly membership, you can get 6-month membership. That's something we learned from NLC, National Leadership, when we went for that conference. A lot of the girls, you'll find tons of content also on Etsy. So if you're looking for like fancy story cards, people do that and they do this as a business on Etsy. They just sell story cards. They can sell you customized content. Yeah, and it's reasonable, like $10, $15, just not bad if you think about it. Yeah, so there are lots of options out there. Don't think I magically create everything. Although it's deceiving. All right, we have less than a minute. What else? I know it's a lot of information. And believe me, I can talk about this because I played around with this for a week. Within a week, I got so much. So give yourself a half a day, guys, or maybe 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours Sunday. Yes, you have to invest the time if you really want to grow your business and get organized, but it's worth the time because once you set it up, it's just going to make your life easy. It is. You have to take it to the next level. So before this gets cut off, thank you for listening to me. I know I just went jab, 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 but I'm more than happy to do this again and walk through. If you guys need a refresh, I can do it again. So you let me know. All right. I hope this was helpful, guys. And thank you for joining. Hello, Flodesk. Go check it out. YouTube it. You're going to find tons of information out there.